Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video and happy weekend. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down this particular trade on NZD/USD on the 4-hour time frame. Now it started from the daily time frame. Now if merely looking at it, you can see the daily has been bullish right from this particular level, pushing to the upside, right? You can see price has given multiple break or structure to the upside, indicating that we are bullish. So what are we going to be doing? We are going to be looking for buys. So you can see price reacting to this level. Now, despite you can see that price dipped in very much before pushing back down. If you go down to lower time frames, you will see another key level that price particularly probably used right here. But this I also valid it as a rejection based on the fact price already gave a breakout here on the daily, indicating that weekly is bullish. So we are going to be looking for buys all through. So now we are looking for key levels that price can possibly react for. And I spotted this particular one right here. Now, you might be wondering, why didn't I mark this apex out? Okay, let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. Now, if you observe that apex on the daily time frame, it wasn't aligning with anything right here on the 4 hours. There was nothing here, nothing at all, even on the 3 hours time frame. So I just had to ignore it and pay more attention to this other key level on the daily time frame, which is this particular one right here. But if you observe, price rejected from it with this wick right here. You can see the rejection right here. Price rejected from it. And you can observe we already have a breakout right here. Right? So since this is a rejection, there is no apex right here. So we're supposed to use this particular RBS. Now, why didn't I use this particular RBS? Because of alignment. If you observe, this is a QM. This is a QM. I've given an illustration of this type of entry before when a QM and an RBS is closer to each other. If it's very close like this, I prefer to use the first one right here. Then my stop loss will cover the RBS to avoid getting stopped out. So even if price came back to use this RBS, I won't get stopped out. You can see my stop loss is below the rejection low. But the reason I use this one, you can see this level, it's aligning with a daily QM, which is over this level. This is the QM right here. Perfect alignment. You can see this is a high probability QM. It's been rejected before 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It's been rejected 4 times before before it got broken. Then price rejected from it again multiple times before it got broken. So that alignment gave me more confidence about this particular level. If you go down to the 3 hours, you see it's still a QM. If you go down to the 2 hours, you see another key level. If you go down to the 1 hour, it's still aligning with an OCA right here. So despite the fact, another reason why I also took it is because if this level, this RBS had been maybe, let's say somewhere around here, right? Like very far away from this particular level, I would have paid more attention to this RBS, or I would have wait for a rejection from this one, then use a re-entry to continue. Then if price didn't give any reaction to this one, I'll just enter directly from this RBS. But since that's not the case, I used my stop loss to cover the RBS to avoid getting stopped out. So even if price decides to come in and maybe make some move inside here and do whatever it wants to do, I'm not going to get stopped out. I also pay attention to this apex right here. This is a high probability apex. I'm also not going to get stopped out because my stop loss covered everything right here to avoid any getting stopped out before price will now move to the initial direction. So as you can see, price tapped in and started flying, targeting this trend line liquidity right here, 8RR. And that's how this particular trade went on NZD/USD. So that will be it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next video. Peace out.